On November 20th, the Bachelor of Fine Arts senior exhibit opened, hosting art of 15 artists. Spatial arts student Josiah Miller focuses her artwork on the exploitation and harmful stereotypes of Black women.
For my two-year show, I took the main racial minstrel caricatures that are placed upon Black women, like the Mammy, the Jezebel, and the Sapphire, and used them in like a more modern sense with the gold and the crochet. The Mammy, who is seen as this woman who is happy with her life as a slave, happy as a woman who only cares for her white masters, her white family. The Jezebel, who is this insatiable, perverted, sexual monster. The angry Black woman, the Sapphire, it's the angry Black woman. That's very self-explanatory. These caricatures that have been around literally since the 1800s, to this day, are still being placed on Black women, just under different names. With the hair connected, I wanted you to see that the connection between the Black women are like, sort of like a story, connected through stories of racism, misogyny, strength, endurance, civil rights. It's all really a comment on how Black women are perceived by the media.
Macy Sider is a visual communication design student whose exhibition revolves around a fictional wine company called Purple Teeth that is marketed towards individuals based on zodiac signs and Myers-Briggs test results.
Well, my brand is called Purple Teeth. Here we don't really have a culture, so we get rid of everything that you know about wine, all of the jargon, all of the pretentiousness, and we recreate a world where each wine has its own personality. So they all have these little characters, and on the back you'll find their different personalities. They're like Myers-Briggs, their astrology sign, and then there's also a scale of whether or not, like, how likely you are to like it on the first go. It's like acquired taste. You also have different scales of like rich, smooth, sweet, and then they all have their little like home personalities and their food pairings. So it's easy for someone to grab it on the shelf and be like, I don't know anything about wine, but this says it's good for dinner tonight. And I never had a project that really reflected my personality. So I was like, oh, let's just see where this goes. And then it happened to be that I really like illustrations. So didn't find that out until this project. But it just gave me an opportunity I love personality and great things, so I just made it all about that. And I liked breaking molds. Sure, I like wine, but I like people being curious and wanting to try new things with a little touch of whimsy and humor.
Max Kitzmiller, a spatial arts student, reveals that his exhibition allowed opportunity for exploring self-image.
The title of my show is Amygdala, and this references a small part of your brain that sort of processes and regulates emotions, mainly things dealing with fear, anger, and anxiety. And that's sort of the jumping off point for this show. And for the piece itself, it is sort of representing like self-perception in the sense of how you sort of feel others are perceiving you. And it's just kind of playing off of how those mental effects have kind of put strain on me, and it's sort of my way of been expressing that through my art. So it sort of started with the central larger figure. That was sort of my first attempt at figural work. I've been trying to sort of tap into and like work through some of my inner turmoil and emotions through my art over the past few years. So this, I feel, has sort of been the culmination of that for me. I feel the show as a whole has been very healing for me. It's definitely something I've struggled with over the years, sort of how I feel other people are viewing me or perceiving me in like a public space. It's something I'm still definitely working through, but sort of being able to put pen to paper, so to speak, and like express that through my art, it's definitely been an extremely therapeutic and healing process for me.
The exhibit will be open until December 2nd on the third floor of the Fine Arts Center for all to browse Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.